everyone, this is Jessie here. Welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here. If you love handbag talk, please feel free to subscribe and drop a comment down below. I love getting to know you and chatting with you all. And today we're going to go through a somewhat controversial topic. I'm going to give you the steps for you to effectively downsize your handbag collection. Now, before you say, I never want to downsize my handbag collection, I'm happy with where I'm at, I still encourage you to go through with this exercise and watch the video. You may be surprised at what you find out in the end, and you're going to avoid making the mistakes that I have. So stay tuned. I recently put up a poll on my YouTube community page and I asked my subscribers, if you had to downsize your collection, which one of the 3 reasons below would resonate with you the most? 28% of you voted that you would downsize your collection if you were raising money for a financial goal or a life event, which I've done plenty of times. 17% of you voted that you would downsize your collection if you had too much decision fatigue. And a whopping 56% of you voted that you would downsize because you had too many repeats of a certain style and color of bag. And that is a great example because as consumers, we're gravitated and we like to purchase the things that are the most appealing to us. But that might not necessarily be what you need in your handbag collection. So let's go ahead and get started. I have a worksheet that I developed and linked down in the description box below. I highly encourage you to download it and print it. It has empty spaces for you to write down your selections, and it goes through every step in really good detail. The first thing that I want you to do is take out all of your handbags, take them all out of their dust bags, and put them all on an even surface where you can see all of them in one shot. And the reason why I mention an even surface and not like some on the counter, some on the floor, some on a stool, is because once you put them all on an even surface together, you're going to get a good idea of different heights, widths, if it's slouchy, if it stands up on itself, things like that. You're going to be able to kind of get a really good overview of what you own. The second thing that I want you to do is look at these handbags, and I want you to pick no more than 3. So 3 is the max of what I am calling the sentimental bags. Now, these are bags that can be of sentimental value to you. They can be bags that you purchased on a memorable trip. It can be a bag that you purchased or that was gifted to you for an important milestone, or it can be your first designer handbag. My first designer handbag is the Louis Vuitton Speedy B30 in Damier Ben, and I will never sell or get rid of this bag. I will wear it till the wheels fall off. So this is a good example of a sentimental value bag. I want you to pick no more than 3 and put those off to the side. They are invisible. They will not be used for this exercise. The next step that I want you to do is take all the bags that you haven't worn in over a year and put them off to a corner. I put this as an optional step on the worksheet because I personally don't remember if it's been over a year that I've worn a handbag. But if you know that you haven't worn it in a year, or if you haven't worn it in years, put it off to the side. Don't worry, we're not eliminating them. We are just going to put them in a corner for now. The next thing that I want you to do is organize your handbags by type. So some popular categories are totes. So I have some totes here. So you're going to put all of your totes in one group. I have camera bags and crossbody bags. So you're going to go ahead and put those in another group. Some satchels. I have here the Dunienberg Florentine satchel. So this is a great example of a satchel, and the Kate Spade knot satchel. So these are really useful handbags to own. So put all of your satchels together. Put all of your evening bags or wallet on chains. If you have clutches, like this, that you just kind of carry like this, put all of your clutches in one group, and then another group that you can potentially are like bum bags and sling bags. So things like this, whether it's this one or the Louis Vuitton bum bag or the Gucci bum bag, whatever the case may be, put all your bum bags together. And then another popular one is backpacks. So just group all of your handbags by type, and we're gonna go to the next step. All right, so just to recap, you have all of your handbags grouped by type. They're all on one even surface. You have your 3 sentimental bags off to the side. What do we do now? You're going to walk into your closet and you are going to make note of your wardrobe. And I want you to take your wardrobe, well, at least 90% of your wardrobe, no less than 90% of your wardrobe. And I want you to split it up into 4 different categories. Now, the categories are completely up to you. And the reason why I'm asking you to do this is because your wardrobe is going to be indicative of your lifestyle, how you express yourself, what you do for a living, what colors you like to wear the most, what colors look best on you, etc., etc. I put my categories in the worksheet as an example, but I provided an empty sheet in the back with a table for you to write down your own categories. So my categories, for example, would be ultra casual, which is where I'm wearing leggings and a non-matching shirt. I'm not coordinated. My sneakers are probably a little bit dingy and dirty, and that's because I'm going on a hike, or I might be going to the gym, or I'm doing yard work. So that's one of my categories. I also have a lot of casual clothes. So casual for me is, I'm still comfortable, but I want to look put together. And that's my sundresses, my shorts, my skirts, my t-shirts, my blouses, kitten heel shoes, flat shoes, espadrilles, nice polished sneakers, booties, things like that. That's what I call casual. Another popular category is professional attire. So, your blazers, your blouses, your slacks, capri slack, more tailored dresses, things like that. And the fourth most popular category would be evening and formal attire. So things that you would wear to galas, religious ceremonies like baptism and bar mitzvahs, things that you would wear for performances like the opera, a symphony, or a ballet. Your tuxedos, your full-length gowns, ball gowns, things like that. The next thing that I want you to do is rank these 4 categories from most used to least used in your wardrobe. So for instance, I rank number 1 in casual clothing. That's where the majority of my wardrobe is in. So clothes like sundresses, short skirts. I always want to look put together, but I want to be comfortable. Funny enough, the majority of my wardrobe used to be professional clothing because I worked in a corporate office from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. So I spent more time in professional attire than I did in casual attire, but then COVID happened and most of us adopted a hybrid type of schedule. So little by little, my professional attire started dwindling down and I started purchasing more casual attire. So going back to my categories, I rank number 1 in casual, number 2 would probably be professional clothing, number 3 would be ultra casual, and then number 4 would probably be formal attire. But you create the 4 categories. Don't do more than 4. You create the 4 categories that make the most sense to you. If you're a student and you have a lot of clothes that you wear to go to school, maybe you have uniforms, or maybe you like to wear matching sets to school and things like that. School can be an attire category, or maybe you travel a lot. Maybe you have a certain wardrobe that you wear when you go to travel. So maybe travel is a category. The 4 categories are up to you. Now that you have your wardrobe categories ranked from most used to least used, I want you to go ahead and start picking out your bags for each category. But before you start, you need to ask yourself 3 very important questions. Number 1, is it functional and practical? Because chances are, if it's not completely functional for you, you're going to skip it and go for the more functional bag for what you need to do for that day. For instance, my Alma BB in Blue Nuage, it was a great color. It went with most of my wardrobe. I didn't have any type of that style in my collection, but every time that I would open it, everything would fall out. So I just kind of gave up on it over time. So is it functional? The second question is, does it complement your wardrobe? Think colors and textures. We often gravitate towards the colors that we like, but it may not necessarily complement what we already have in our closets. So think if it complements the wardrobe, if it pairs well with your clothes, then it's a keeper. And then the last thing that I want you to ask yourself is, do you have too many repeats of the same style and color? So for instance, you have 3 or 4 black camera bags. And you're gonna know this pretty easily because you already have your handbags grouped by type. So also take that into consideration when you're picking out your handbags for each category. So now it is time to select our handbags for each category. So for category number 1, where your wardrobe ranked the highest, I want you to pick no more than 4 handbags and try to keep the handbags different in styles and colors, and always try to keep 1 neutral color per category. So for category number 1, wherever you rank the highest, I rank the highest in casual. I would pick 4 bags, and out of those 4, 1 of them would be a neutral colored bag. So your whites, your tans, your creams, things like that, and your blacks. For category number 2, where you ranked second highest, you're going to pick 3 bags. For category number 3, you're going to pick 2 bags. And for category number 4, which is your lowest ranking wardrobe category, you're going to pick no more than 1 or 2 bags. And if you did this correctly, you should have 11 bags in total. When you add those to the 3 sentimental bags that you picked out at the beginning of this exercise, you will have 14 bags. So I want you to take those 14 bags and I want you to put them off to the side. And now what I want you to do is look at the remaining bags that you have, including the ones that you haven't worn in over a year plus. And I want you to pick out 1 to 2 bags from what you have left over. This could be bags that clash with your wardrobe. These could be bags that are not functional, like the Alma BB that I mentioned earlier. I regret selling that bag, but it is what it is. But if I had the choice to go back and do this way, the Alma BB would be one of the ones that I would pick. Or it can be another sentimental bag, you know, another bag that you see that was tied to a beautiful memory and you just don't want to let go of it. I want you to pick 1 to 2 bags from everything that you have left over. And if you did this correctly, you will have no more than 16 handbags in total. Now, from one handbag aficionado to another, 16 might be like a really low number, but if you divide that into the 365 days that we have in a year, you're wearing each bag for no more than 20 to 25 days a year. It's not that bad. And if you can't do that low of a number, what I would encourage you to do is still go through this exercise, but for each handbag category, you add 1 or 2 more choices that you can make. So for wardrobe category number 1, instead of only picking 4, limiting yourself to 4 bags, maybe you pick 6. And then as you go down the categories, just start reducing the number of handbags that you allow yourself to choose. And you're still going to be surprised with the number that you get. If you did this process, please let me know in the comments section below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. And happy downsizing. I hope that you have a wonderful day and take care. Bye.